There are definitely two tiki cocktails that come to mind that have transcended the tiki label, which would be the Jungle Bird and the Mai Tai. I guess they kind
Pina colada.
Pina colada is a Caribbean drink. It's not a tiki drink.
But
it's not a tiki drink.
It's in the same realm.
Well, I mean, honestly, it could actually, because I guess tiki would be like anything that was created
tropical
by Victor Bergeron or Don the Beachcomber, or anything that's like adjacent to that. But like the Pina colada was created well after the tiki movement, like in the 50s, dude. It was like created in the 50s, like mid-century cocktail.
Well, that's when like tiki was at the height of its thing.
No, the 1930s and 40s is when it was at its height.
No.
Well, like 50s, well, maybe 60s too. I don't know. I don't know enough about tiki history to like weigh in on this. So it's a Caribbean cocktail. That being said, I think the Jungle Bird could also be considered like a Caribbean cocktail.
Yeah.
Oh no, not a Caribbean cocktail actually. No, Jungle Bird comes from a hotel in Hawaii.
Is it?
Yeah, I think so. Hold on. Kuala Lumpur Hilton Aviary Bar in the 1970s. So this is an even later cocktail. Yeah.
And
but
from
yeah, I guess
Asia.
it gets thrown in the tiki canon. I guess pina coladas get thrown in the tiki canon too.
Although
for me, I put pina coladas more in the Puerto Rican, Cuban, kind of Caribbean kind of drink realm. In my mind, it's separate, but it's probably, most people just lump it in with like any tropical cocktail is a tiki cocktail.
Yeah.
Even though, whatever. I don't know. We're not gonna get into that whole thing. So yes, created by Jeffrey Ong at the Kuala Lumpur Hilton in 1970. So today we're not doing a traditional spec. Today we're gonna be doing a redo. Giuseppe Gonzalez is where he does the black strap rum. And I don't know, I guess that's it. Let's make the drink now that we've, First things first, you're gonna need some lime juice. I'm gonna juice the whole lime though. We don't need all of it. Half an ounce of lime juice. Half an ounce of simple syrup.
Oh, interesting.
3/4 of an ounce of Campari. Why are you saying interesting?
I thought you were going to do the pineapple before you did the liquor.
It's true. I should actually. I'm actually doing it in like ascending order of amount right now, as opposed to like, it should be Marius is 100% right though. It should be cheapest ingredients first, always. 1.5 ounces of pineapple juice. And 1.5 ounces of your choice of rum. But today we're doing the black strap. Give it a shake. What the hell? Give it a strain. Give it some palm. Keep on saying palm fronds. Give it some pineapple fronds.
A pretty big glass to fit a palm frond in there.
It is kind of big. It's okay. No, what do you say?
I said you got to have a pretty big glass to fit a palm frond in there.
Oh, that's true. I thought you said it's a pretty big glass for a palm frond, and I was like, yeah, it is kind of a big glass for palm frond because it looks like they're kind of getting swallowed, but that's all right.
But it's a big glass for a pineapple frond.
Oh, this would be, too small. I see what you're saying. I was like, because I've been calling it a palm frond all day, you're like confusing me. All right, let's give it a sip. The blackstrap rum does wonders for that cocktail because the blackstrap rum gives you all those big burned sugar molasses flavors, but it's really burned sugar forward. And then you have the Campari, bringing in that bitterness, pineapple, lime, and simple syrup. And I can't tell you how many cocktails that you can find on the internet right now where cocktail creators are like, oh, I'm gonna make a new cocktail. Blank spirit, pineapple, lime, simple syrup. You know why? Because it's a winning combination. It always makes a great cocktail. There it is, guys. The Jungle Bird.